Hey gamers! Today I decided to make some winter outfits for my characters. They started like this. And they ended like this. If this is your first time here, these characters are from a video game project I started to strengthen my creative muscles. Basically, I told myself, what if I pretended I was assigned to make designs for a RPG style game, and it birthed a whole world, miles of Google Drive documents, and most of all, 9 main cast members, and with definitely a handful of side characters as well. With those main cast members, turnarounds, weapons, backstories, all that jazz. Why pretend, you ask? Because it kind of just gave me a direction, a goal, an encompassed world to begin with. And it also just made me take it more seriously. But anyway, as some of you may or may not know, usually in games like that, you get different costumes, some less serious than others. For my characters, I thought, well, of course they're gonna go to a winter environment at some point, and inspired by the currently cold weather, I set a goal to create some winter costumes for them. Here's what I have so far. This is for Eve, the main character. I wanted her to have this big fluffy warm coat that followed behind her as she fought with her sword, and as she spun and she striked and slaughtered her enemies and danced upon the battlefield, you could say. I still want to work on more designs for her though. I feel as if I have just begun. She deserves more! More! Next, I decided to tackle Mira, maybe because her palette's a lot more warm than Eve's. Her main colors are red with some black and white. Unfortunately, it was kind of hard to remove the Christmas from it because her main color is red. I wanted to first design winter-only costumes, then separate Christmas ones. I would love to have players get the option of either. And imagine during a cutscene when they're in, like, you know, Alaska, I guess. The main characters are just decked out in full Christmas gear at all times. During combat, during serious scenes. Especially with Mira's tree, I want to put flashing lights on it. So I think it would be good to have both sets of costumes. Side note, Baroque from Eternal Sonata is like my favorite city in that game. Not sure why, I basically dream about it at night, but that's the one city I remember the most from the game. Also had a hot prince. Careful, might melt the city down. The princess was also beautiful. You ever, like, when you see a couple, real or fictional, you ever, like, you kind of want to be one of them or like be with them, like both of them? Like, I kind of feel that way about them. Like, anyway, here's my first few takes with Mira. I love drawing the fur, so that's kind of repeating in all the designs. Like, I don't want it to feel like they're all wearing the same outfit though. Mira kind of has a triangle silhouette, so I tried to keep that in mind. I didn't want to cinch the waist, even though she looks good with it. A full triangle just felt a little better. I also tried to keep aspects of her default outfit in mind, the side X's here. With these sketches, I left her with her default hair too, because that is just a whole nother ballpark to create different hairstyles for the outfits. I definitely will, but it definitely does play a huge role in overall silhouette. For example, she could have her hair up, that makes the dress the main part of the silhouette, and the shape of the hair itself. You know, it just has a huge effect on the overall look, but I didn't want to tackle so much at the same time. Next, I don't know, I had this idea of these like multi-layered pants because I imagine her running, like clacking her heels on the ground and like these pants emphasizing that. I don't know. She looks like a cowboy. Like, are those, they remind me of, what are they called? Chaps? Howdy, frostbitten brethren. The black boots also give me Santa vibes. Here I made alternate colors for it. I always loved the white and blue combo for winter stuff. Kinda inspired by the Faye coat in Gia Online. No, I was not on that website for hours on end, customizing my avatar every few weeks and making extensive wish lists of the favorite outfits I wanted and customizing my profile. Next, I knew I had to dress her up as a Christmas tree. I know, that's the common thought process, you know, for all artists. Put your character in a tree. But it was because she was the perfect shape for it. So I started designing it. A little tip, with the layers of the tree, it's nice to alternate the shapes and not make them all the same. Of course, this doesn't apply to only like tree outfits, I don't know. Any outfit, anything really, anything with repeating aspects, it's always nice to alternate them somehow still. Unless the goal is to look exactly symmetrical, exactly the same. Here you could probably even make the tufts different sizes or even different patterns and rhythms like here. Anyway, I had some trouble doing her shoes because, like, what do trees wear for shoes? Would a tree wear a shoe like this or like this? I'm just kidding. If I wanted to really commit to the tree idea, either they would have been just like long rectangle stumps, I don't know, or like kind of how Christmas tree stands kind of sprawl out at the bottom, of course, to support the tree. Duh. Maybe I should have gone that way, I don't know. And here I'm just trying different designs and colors. I limited the colors to 3, green, red, and yellow. And I did this accidentally, but the yellow will match with the star on her head. I mean, before I even like made that connection though, I just thought the yellow would be a nice addition. Another tip, if your drawings ever feel like incomplete after you color them, you might need unity. That's one of the art principles. That just means as a whole, the art looks unified in color, shape, or other aspects. I mostly think about color unity in my work, but this should really be a good principle to use for design in general. Almost anything, like landscapes, architecture, anything visually, really. Even like set design. Oh my god, does set design probably needs it the most. An easy way to deal with color unity is to make sure you have the same color present in parts of the art where it's absent. It obviously doesn't need to be like obvious, and this isn't like a clear-cut rule that you have to follow because it depends on the piece, but here's an example. I'll use my character Lorelei. Her palette is mostly black, but she has a massive amount of pink and purple here. I left hints of those colors at the bottom of her dress and sleeves, so it was kind of like, as a whole, the weight was even throughout the picture, the weight of the colors. If you're curious about this, you can look at your own art and see how much of one color you have where, and if you feel the need to balance it in a different area. This is not a hard rule, and it doesn't mean you need to balance every color everywhere. Just know it creates a sense of unity overall. Big important note, warm and cool tones also play a big role in that too. Since these characters are from a game, you can get away with more detailed costumes, and I thought it'd be really funny and cute that she had different types of ornaments here. I'm kind of thinking of this costume as actual fabric though. It's felt with cotton and all that, so I thought using like plushies that are stuck on the dress. Real ornaments would just be like wearing pain, not to mention how easily they'd fall off when you're slaying slimes, you know. I do feel I could have went farther with the ornaments. I unfortunately did not look up references. Okay, lock me up. You should always be doing that as an artist. I could have added like snow globe ornaments, angels, etc. I also could have done a lot of different iterations of the tree with different ornaments each time. Maybe with different themes and different color trees too, like white trees with like different color palettes, trees with limited colors like white and gold. The possibilities are endless, my son. And here I am trying the different stockings for Mira. I picked what I like best, but typically on the job, your boss would pick, I think. I don't know, I'm unemployed. Anyway, let me know which one you like the best, maybe with a timestamp. Here, I'm tired, so I'm sketching out last-minute motifs I could do in the future. We've got a mistletoe, we've got a snowman. She would also make a great snowman. Santa hats, reindeer, and how could I forget actual Christmas lights? and garland. I didn't draw it, but I could also add like bells and ribbons. I really want her to have a bell sound effect when she walks. I want it to feel like you literally cannot help but hear her a mile away as the sounds of Christmas come closer and closer. Anyway, doing details like this is it's really fun for me. Anyway, that was some fun I had designing winter clothes for my characters. I have more to do, but we shall rest for now. Land your sleigh on that like button. If you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you feel like it, and comment if you have any thoughts about anything in this video. Let's discuss. I upload art videos focusing on character design and art in general. I'm also an epic gamer on this channel. Subscribe or whatever, do whatever you want. I hope you guys jingle those bells real hard this holiday season. And I will be hibernating until summer comes. See you guys, stay safe and stay warm.